Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay and I'm not going to go show you my full face, beauty face, as somebody might say. We're just going to go straight into it today because we've got two unboxings. We're going to unbox General Leia for Star Wars Legion, and we're going to unbox the Fleet Troopers for Star Wars Legion, both of which I received today. And in actual fact, what we'll do is we'll start with the Fleet Troopers. The only thing that I have done is remove the film. I haven't looked at anything like inside or anything like that. I'm not expecting anything revolutionary because, you know, we've seen inside a few of them already, like the Snowtroopers, etc. Inside we get the usual, it's the usual size box. We get on the right we get the models, and I think no, just the models, which I'll take one out and we'll have a look at how they assemble. You should of course get 7. Hopefully the bag's not too shiny there. Quick look, yeah. Oh, I gotta say I do quite like them. Feel like they got a bit more detail. And on the left here we should have the what are they called? The tokens, etc., and the cards, which we'll have a closer look at in a minute. And you get your assembly guide, and I think quickly just at the bottom here is the bases, 7 bases. We don't really need to look at these again. Your assembly guide, this just shows you like how they assemble it. It looks again like they've got, most of them have the thing where you have 2 arms and they're actually separate, which I'm quite happy about. I quite like that as an idea and a design. That's what I prefer. So we'll quickly have a look at one of the models first. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. Just like that, and we'll pop open one of the models. That guy doesn't have a head on himself, but I mean he does have a head, but I think he might have been the commander or something, but we'll have a look. So yeah, you can see he comes with his body, 2 arms, well I mean most people come with 2 arms, and a head, which is quite good. Obviously everything just snaps together in a specific way, but this one's got a nice little funky head to properly tell you which way his head's going, but this is embarrassing. Needed a little bit of force, that one. You're not going to be able to see that just yet. This is the guy. His head was a bit of a pain. I quite like the detail, if you can see some of that. It's a bit shiny, of course, but reasonable detail on this one. I'm pretty happy with them. The Stormtroopers don't necessarily show off the detail of the models because obviously Stormtroopers are quite like basic. But you've got his arms. Again, these should just be like slotty in arms. I think, is this one of the normal, like one of the special guys? I don't know. He doesn't necessarily, his hand sort of like slides onto it. I don't know if you can see this. Not doing a particularly great job today, but he's got this little nub here, which his hand slides onto. Is this one of the special weapon guys? It might be. Is this the scattergun? I can't get his arm in on camera, but this is embarrassing. Is this guy the scattergun? I'm not even 100% sure. So that's him fully built. Come on camera, there you go. You can see how his hand like holds it. But I think that might be the scattergun. And so that's, well, we've got an example of the scattergun. The normal guns just look like this. I'll just get one out so you can see what it looks like. I was trying to be a bit quick today, but obviously I'm failing miserably. But the normal gun just looks like that. So yeah, interesting. I like the quality of the models. We're not going to go through them all because that would take forever. So let's have a look at the cards and the tokens and the what have you. Yes, it comes obviously, they all come in these jiffy bags. I am slightly fed up of seeing so many bags. I think I prefer sprues as a whole. Can't get this out properly. Your tokens are pretty much standard tokens. We're not even properly going to have a look at them. Pretty much standard. Your Fleet Trooper card. We're not going to talk about the unit too much, but you can see it for yourself. And of course you get your extra Fleet Trooper. Fantastic. And then you get your 2 weapons. Now I think we'd already seen the scattergun, but I'm not sure. The scattergun is basically 2 red dice, pierce 1, range 1 to 2. Pretty decent. But I do really like this range 2 blast that you get with these. You get range 3 blast, I should say, but you only get 2 white and a black dice. But Obviously, if everybody's shooting at range 2, they're all going to get blast. And the impact 2. Very interesting card is the Barrage Trooper. Gotta stop talking with my hands when I'm holding it. And then you just get your usual impact grenades and grappling hooks. So that's everything for the Fleet Troopers. We'll call that there for the Fleet Troopers, and we'll have a look at Leia. Excuse me whilst I very slightly tidy. Now I am interested in Leia because obviously we had issues with, well, some people had issues with her sculpt, didn't they, basically? So you just fold that back, pop open the box if I can with my finger. I'm probably ruining the box, but it don't matter. Inside we get the usual how to put it together. We'll not have a proper look at that. We get the tokens and stuff. She's obviously got more wounds, so there's more wound tokens, and we'll have a look at the cards in a moment. You of course get the base, and you get the miniature herself. So she's got separate arms, but the rest of the body is pretty much all pieced together, already assembled. I say assembled, that's just the way it was designed. I really should look at these, like how you put them together maybe before I do it, because I'm trying to like do it quickly and fairly miserably. There we go. Well, she's got her arm out shooting. I have no idea what she's doing with her other arm. It's not quite a Via's pose, I guess. Wait, let's have a look at this. It's hard to do on camera, that much I will say. There we go. I'm not even doing it on camera. I say it's hard to do on camera. I'm not even doing it on the camera. So let's have a, can we get a bit closer than that? Because I want to sort of have a look at her face. I have a bit of flash on her face. This is just, I think, possibly just my version of it. But you can see here, let's zoom in actually. You can see how it's a bit white. I don't have a knife because we're moving house. I don't have a knife, but I pretty much got a defect on her face. I'm not sure how much the camera's going to be able to pick this up. It's failing fairly miserably. Nah, that's not happening. But yeah, you can see how it's white. Yeah, I've got a defect on her face. Not a huge problem. I'm fairly sure with a knife I'll be able to just trim that down. The rest of her body, completely fine, decent quality miniature. Yeah, you can see that's not ideal. It's the first proper defect I've ever seen, actually, so not ideal, but it'll be read. Let's have a look at her cards. All my knives are in boxes right now because we are actually moving house in 2 days' time. So I've pretty much packed everything, and these are actually going to be a pain in the bum to pack, so that's just the way it goes. I do apologise for doing a lot of this off camera, but because I've already got the camera zoomed in, it makes sense. Let's have a look at Leia's card as a whole. I'm a little bit too zoomed in here now. Take cover, basically like her version of Spotter. Like everybody gets a dodge token instead of an aim token. Pretty decent. I've got to just say, going back to the miniature, her face looks fine, apart from my defect. Like, the actual sculpt of it is fine. Yeah, there's a card if you want to see it. I think we'd already seen that already. Her command cards, we've got a 1-pip here coordinated. That's the one where you get 2 red dice at 3 units, so that's pretty decent. This is where you can issue orders and then they can perform a movement 1 maneuver. Very interesting. It very much increases the like maneuverability and the surprise factor of like assaults. And this one is where you can activate somebody else straight after you've activated, so you get like a double turn. Very interesting cards. You also get the usual 3: commanding presence, esteemed leader, and environmental gear. All 3 vaguely okay. I think environmental gear possibly decent for the fleet troopers, but who knows. So that's pretty much it. Not much else to really say or go through. I'm personally slightly disappointed in this miniature because there's a defect right on her face, which is not necessarily where you would like a defect, but it's not. I think just with a little knife, I'll just take off the extra flash and it'll be fine. Interesting that that's actually where the flash went. So who knows? I don't think that's going to be too common. Let me know if you suffer a similar problem. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with them. I really like the quality of the fleet troopers. Leia is okay. I wouldn't say she's amazing. She's fine. Not necessarily a problem. but you get your usual stuff. And I thought I'd do both together just because like, I'm never sure what to do with unboxings. I never know if I should just rush them, how much detail people want to see. Hopefully I've gone through everything that there is in the, it's a little bit hard to show on the camera to get the focus and all that kind of stuff on the fly, but I don't have the time to properly edit all of it together if I really wanted to do something a bit more detailed, because I'm moving house. I don't know how many times I've mentioned that, but I've mentioned it a few times. If you like this video, do like, if you want to subscribe, that would greatly help. So have a most beautiful day, and goodbye. Bye guys. So on second thoughts, I just found one of my old hobby knives that I had happened to lying around, and quite frankly, I can't fix it. Like it's gonna do like permanent damage because of where it is on the lips. I'm not actually going to be able to fix that, and I'm gonna ask for a replacement. Now, I've heard they're quite good at replacing things, so I'm not necessarily expecting a problem, but from the you can see it looks a bit weird. There's no point me having, there's no point me spending time painting her and stuff when that's wrong. So I've never had that problem before. I don't know how common it is, but I'm not particularly pleased, but I've got no rush to get her on the tabletop, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I'm not going to settle for that, basically. Yeah, I'm not. I hope I don't sound grumpy, but it's not great, is it, basically? But yeah, have a beautiful day and goodbye.